At first, his appearance, of course.
Where on this planet have you gone to learn how to get along with others?
When I first saw Scary Guy,
I didn't get my first tattoo until I turned 30.
I thought he was confused, you know.
Why aren't we teaching kids, as their brains develop, how to get along with you and me?
I think he has a great message.
Total elimination of hate, violence, and prejudice.
Why can't we, as people right now, learn how to be wise at 20?
And it really helps to have somebody who doesn't just lecture at them, but to really live what he or she is talking about, and that's where Scary comes in.
What's my name?
What is your name?
The Scary Guy. It's a legal name. I'm going to travel around the United States and do whatever it takes for the rest of my life to help people see people differently. We have millions of ticking time bombs in our culture. The statistics say 80% of all Americans expect another Littleton. They don't know when and where and how and why.
And violence is an acceptable form of communication. Do we wonder why we have what we have? It just happened again in Oklahoma. Did you hear about it?
Are we ever going to get rid of people killing people? No.
Anybody know?
But can we definitely cut down on all that stuff and that's not a real issue in our culture anymore? Yeah.
I really wish that more people could truly understand what he has to say.
Does anybody have a question or an idea they'd like to share?
So the truth is, look inside before you start pointing around the room.
Isn't that a scary thought?
Know who you are.
There's a lot of people come here to Oatman.
What's the magic? You know, I don't know.
Something about it. It's just a different way of life, a slower way of life.
Well, we have the burros that come in every day.
That's one of our locals.
Oh, yeah.
He's begging for food.
We'd like to welcome you out to the annual bed races here in Oatman.
To us locals, it's one of the highlights of the year.
And everybody enjoys it. Everybody has a good time.
You got to go down, make the bed, pillows in the cases, sheets on the bed. Once it's done, bed back up, cross the finish line.
Because I had the slightest idea what we had to do. You know, I haven't made my bed in a long time. You know?
Tell you about a town that holds a bed race. Well, we fry eggs on the sidewalk in the summer.
It's pretty weird.
What about the burro patty?
Yeah, the burro patties. We toss those around. So the bed race is like a step up for us.
2, 3, go!
I'm thinking, I hope we make it.
I had my eyes closed and I was screaming and I just didn't want to fall off.
They're going so fast because you're moving fast. So I didn't realize the crowd was there.
Intense mental preparation, studying in the course.
The convicts, they were looking good, and the ants, they were right on our trail. It was scary.
We're done. Good racing, guys.
Yeah, we really should have won.
We should have.
The best part of the whole event, when it was over and I could have a beer.
Because we are going to be number one.
We are number one.
We'll take the 3rd place this year, but that's the last time we're going to do it.
And it is fun. It is fun to compete. So that you can go nanner, nanner, nanner at one another, but...
I think, why don't you just bring your family over here someday and just sort of turn them loose, or let me have them. From then on, they'll be wanting to come back to Oatman, I'll guarantee you that.
Y'all, come on back now, yeah?
They're quiet now, but one Mesa neighborhood says these primates are a problem.
Monkeys in my yard, the smell emanating from them, the flies, the foul odor, the maggots that have occurred on my wall.
Diane Hines is afraid the next time they get out, somebody could get hurt.
I'm afraid of the diseases they carry. I'm afraid that they'll bite me or my dog or my husband. I feel violated.
If one of these monkeys was to escape, there's really nothing Mesa Animal Control can do about it but catch the monkey and give it back to its owner. That's because there's no law here in Mesa against monkeys at large, but that's exactly what the folks in this neighborhood want.
The laws have not been revised since the 1950s.
So, under advice from the city of Mesa, Diane's been taking pictures and documenting all the incidents with the monkeys. But the owner, Elena Werns, isn't making it easy. She had an injunction placed against Diane, making it illegal for her to look over her own block wall. We tried contacting Werns several times, but were unable to reach her. Diane says she doesn't want to cause problems. She just wants her life back to normal.
All I can think about is going home to monkeys and nobody caring.
In Mesa, John Summers, 12 News.
It looks like any other teenage girl's bedroom. Stuffed animals, medals, and lots of pictures. But look closer.
This is Leighton Hewitt. I interviewed him. He's a famous tennis player.
Lauren's not an autograph seeker.
I was able to meet Duke Snyder, Andre Agassi.
She's a kid reporter for the Children's Magazine. Based in Scottsdale, the Children's Magazine is written almost completely by kids. Lauren's latest conquest, Governor Jane D. Hull.
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
She grills Governor Hull with some pretty tough questions, some you might not expect from a kid.
In your career in politics, do you think you are treated differently as a woman rather than a man?
Even the governor's impressed. After a 45-minute interview, a tour of the governor's office, pictures taken by dear old dad, Lauren's back at the computer to meet her deadline.
I want to start with something interesting or something funny so that it captures the reader's attention.
And like any other journalist, Lauren's looking for her next interview.
The person I want to interview most is Adam Sandler. He is my favorite actor. He's the funniest person.
I decided to do something wild and outrageous to get people to come out, and participate in our community.
When she believes in a cause, she stands by it thoroughly.
We need diapers. We're collecting diapers for the West Valley Child Crisis Center. I can't come down till we get 10,000 packs.
She had suggested that she do this, and I told her that if you feel that strongly, I said you need to follow through on it.
I own the children's store, My Kids, underneath us, and I wanted to do something for the West Valley Child Crisis Center. They are in desperate need of donations and money, and being a new business, I just couldn't give that. So I decided that I could give this.
I think it's great.
So I decided if I were going to ask people to donate diapers, that I'd come up and I'd dress in a diaper.
If it was me and I was running this place and doing something like that, I'd feel very good about myself.
What about doing something nice for somebody else?
She felt like it was a strong cause.
I'm pushing it.
She actually took after me that way. She's got my genes.
I tried the phone calls, I faxed the letters, I asked for help, and I got nothing. So, you know, for somebody to say that, I'm going to say to them, stand in my shoes. Yes, I am crazy. Help, come down, donate a pack of diapers. I mean, that's it. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's become real interesting. I never expected I'd be dealing with this much water in Arizona.
A lake in the middle of the desert isn't a natural sight, so it's only natural to want a closer look.
They think it's just a serene little peaceful place that they can come down and spend some family time with, but like I said, I wouldn't put my kids into that water.
Sergeant Rick Andrew patrolled the desert streets for 17 years. Now he's policing new ground.
I think that's amazing for Arizona. This is going to be a real jewel in our crown.
But with the water flows new dangers. Until the canal water is treated, bacteria could make swimmers sick, and there's always the potential for drownings.
To be perfectly honest with you, it's not that dangerous, but there is a large liability for the city if someone were to get injured out here. Right. And we can't afford that. We can't afford that liability at the beginning stages of this particular project.
It'll take the water about 5 more weeks to flow all the way to the end of the lake, and that'll give Tempe police more time to figure out just how to patrol this new territory.
We're just trying to keep everybody out of the river bottom. Thanks very much for your cooperation.
Stephen and Vic usually bike on the dry salt riverbed.
Now that the water's flowing, we'd like everybody to stay out.
But like everyone else, they plan on enjoying the new scenery.
It'll be good to have the water here.
Thanks very much, guys. Bye now.
In Tempe, Kathleen Mascareñas, 12 News.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Thousands of people are expected to crowd onto Mill Avenue again this New Year's. But this time, they won't be celebrating just any old New Year. They'll be counting down the final seconds to the new millennium. But others won't be so lucky.
Yes, I'll be working here along with many other extra personnel.
And normally these people would be like you and I out having a good time, but on this particular New Year's Eve, we want people stationed at our key locations to make sure that everything runs correctly.
Thanks to the Y2K scare, Daniel and Dave are like thousands of others who've had to put off celebrating the New Year until January 2nd, just in case some computer glitch kicks in and something does go wrong. But both say they don't mind.
So I want to be here to see if anything bad happens, or whether it's good happens, we'll all give each other high fives and go home.
So what big plans do they have in store when they celebrate on the 2nd?
New Year's on the 2nd, probably get some rest after working most of the night.
Ilona Torok, 12 News.
Hey everybody, we're back. We're using Pilates equipment to strengthen the buttocks, right?
To strengthen the buttocks, right. We're on the Cadillac. There's over 100 different, pull your ribs in a little more and squeeze that bottom. We're on the Cadillac. There's over 100 different exercises that you can do on here. And we're going to focus on the bottom on this one and move those legs and squeeze.
Over 100 different exercises?
100 different exercises. We're not going to all do them all today.
This thing should be in a prison, Joey.
Yeah.
All right, let's try the next one. Okay, folks, this is the electric chair without the impulses, right?
That's right. The Pilates leg machine, basically, or the electric chair.
Okay.
Okay, bring it out. Now we're working the bottom. So squeeze that bottom, heels up high like in your tippy toes and pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze. 8, 9, 10, 9, 8. Squeeze that bottom a little harder.
I'm squeezing as hard as I can. Wow, that is amazing.
Good. Okay.
What's next? Okay, now it may just look like a chair, but oh no, it's a wounded chair.
This is the Pilates wounded chair. It was originally designed for a chair in your New York studio.
All right, let's show them how it works.
When you're ready to work out, there's about 70 different exercises. You flip the chair over, grab your hands back here, bottom up again. We're working the butt.
I'm gonna get sprung.
Heels up and squeeze in 1 and squeeze 2 and 3 and 4.
It looks
and
like it'd be working the abs.
Squeeze. It's working the abs. It's strengthening from the powerhouse, but it's all bottom and strengthening a little bit around the knees too. You want to try it with one leg up in the air?
No.
Yeah, lift this leg up and pump. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Switch to the other side. I don't want you to leave uneven. And pump 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. Okay,
Pilates.
you can step off. Pilates wounded chair.
Wounded chair does a body good. Now I know why they call it the wounded chair. And that's just a small taste of what the Pilates system of body conditioning is all about. This is something you're going to have to try. Thanks, Joey.
Thank you.
Lisa Carriel for 12 News. Wounda. I like the name.
She's into superstitions, black cats and voodoo dolls. I feel a premonition. That girl's gonna make me fall. Come on, New York!
Because he moves so well. I mean, he's living Levita Roker. You want to learn. Because he's living Levita Roker.
Oh my goodness! And you thought Ricky Martin was the hottest artist in America? Needless to say, he's a star.
He's amazing. Incredible.
Nice songs, you know, very good spirit.
I did kind of see you like kind of grooving with him. You were hipping the same. Now I saw you hipping. I'm like, look at Ann.
You know what? It was hard not to move.
I had a really good time. It was really good. The audience here is always like that, very enthusiastic.
Did you love the crowd?
Loved it.
Hey, he's the hottest guy in town. Why not? You might as well have the hottest car. Ricky Martin doing his thing in New York City, all over the country. The hottest guy. Snake for 12 News, Arizona's news station.
With this 100, we're going to play poker.
Check a bet. Check.
Now, I have to admit, I've played poker before,
Queen is high.
but never at a casino with real money.
Jack. Bet 3.
So I got some advice.
Just show a little patience, play the proper hands.
In this case, the game was 7-card stud. It was pretty intimidating at first,
$1.
but then I got the hang of it.
Kings and deuces.
Sort of. What's the old line? Know when to hold them, know when to fold them?
Aces.
Well, that unfortunately requires experience I didn't have. Now, I did win about 4 hands, good for $40, but I promptly reinvested in the next game.
Deuce of spades. I'm picking on you, huh?
After an hour playing poker and absolutely no beginner's luck, I'm left with $2.
We wanted people to come out and have a great time and kind of feel community-like. One common bond between all of us, and we love Star Wars.
We have been here for 2 hours.
I've been here since like Sunday.
This is a quick calculation of how many hours me and my friends have been in line. Our highest member has been here 37.5 hours. I've been here just under 31 hours, and we're hoping for really good seats.
I'm missing 4 hours basically, but other than that, I've been here straight through.
My mom gave birth to me right here, and I've been here ever since.
My mom is here. It's a family affair. Mom, girlfriend, friends. I brought them all.
What is it about Star Wars? It's been a family thing for me since I was a kid. It was one of the first movies I ever saw.
Fell in love with it when I was like 5 years old.
What is my favorite scene? The second movie. Well, it would be the 5th episode.
Luke turns off his lightsaber, throws it away, and says, "No, Your Highness, you failed. I am a Jedi Knight like my father before me."
When he's hanging from the City of the Clouds.
You know, Leia gives Luke a kiss and he kicks back and he's like, you know, he's quite proud. I personally like that scene.
Jabba the Hutt, just the whole thing with him and the little guy that goes hee 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 hee. He's awesome. It's frame 3,432.
Well, we are about, let's see, my calculations show 4 hours and 25 minutes away from the premiere of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Your skills have improved, but they are no match for the power of the dark side. It's too funny to me.
The first number, 001.
You'll know when we get called.
379.
I am going to be a kid again.
These people, I'm very jealous right now.
Very jealous.
Yeah!
We made it! Everybody's here, everybody's in. We love Star Wars.
We've got some people trickling in.
It's kind of nerve-wracking.
Pressure is on, most definitely.
Resumes on the Diaper.
Yeah, it's very serious. These people are very passionate about what they do. There's no hiding.
So now I'm a little nervous, but I'll be okay.
I want you guys to have fun. I want you to show me what you've got. National Anthem auditions for the Phoenix Sun season.
And the rockets are
You need to make those people all the way at the very top of the bowl feel your energy.
The bombs bursting in air.
It's a rush being in the middle of the floor by yourself.
Gave proof through the night. Oh, wait, how's it start again? They're written on my shoe. I don't know how good that's gonna look. Oh, say does that star spangled
And I thought, why not? I've never seen a cowboy singing the national anthem at a ball game before.
You know, just something different. Not everybody gets to do this.
Oh, my heart is pounding. She's not nervous, I am.
For the land of the
It would be an honor to be chosen.
Go under, pivot to here.
They are the dancers of Ballet Arizona, all except for 17-year-old David Hallberg.
He's very dedicated. He knows what he wants, and it's with that kind of attitude that he's got where he's gone to.
Where he's gotten is Paris, accepted to one of the best classical ballet schools in the world. In its 286-year history, it's taken very few foreigners.
The Paris Opera Ballet School has said to me there's never been an American boy, so he's really the first one.
Kiwan Han is proud to have spent the last 4 years training David at the Arizona Ballet School.
What he has is given by God. It's one in a million.
It is also hours of work, day after day, training and learning, and always revering the art that is dance.
That's what Mr. Han has taught at the school, you know, to be very disciplined and to have respect to your teacher. And, you know, I give it all to him, give it all to Mr. Han.
But now it's up to David to remember what he's learned.
If you have the desire to do it, and if you have the will to do it and you love to do it, just keep at it, because there have been numerous times where I have, you know, totally wanted to quit. I was so frustrated. Like, don't worry about what people say about you. Don't worry about whether people are like, oh, you'll never make it. Da, da, da. Just follow your dream and, you know, see what happens.
Inspiration for other dancers who have dreams of their own.
When they see one of them working as hard and getting there, of course they say, oh, maybe if I work as hard, I could get that too.
With our next $100, we're going to the horse races. Not only had I never bet on a horse race, I had never even watched one in person.
Now they're spinning out of the turn, and it's Sid the author on the outside.
Unlike some gambling, at the horse track, research can pay off, so I went looking for an expert.
A lot of hard work. You probably want to develop a winning strategy and stick with it and don't waver.
Quinella on 1 and 6. Unlike the horses, my day was going slow until my pick started to click.
I'm up to two winners.
But a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and before long I was getting overconfident, trying to add my wisdom to the expert's advice, and losing. But it was fun, although not necessarily profitable.
So for my $100 at the horse track today, I ended up with 78 bucks.
It's research. You know, buddy, this assignment really stinks.
No kidding, man. I feel like our careers are going down the tubes.
You got that right. You know, maybe we should just put our heads together.
Well, you know, your book does say that eventually we all have to go. And if you gotta go, why not go in a great place?
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Guys dressed in black, remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact.
We're on it.
Whenever and wherever you want news.
12 News is there.
The message of freedom and independence has...
And that's why more Arizonans choose us for the news. The source you turn to.
On air, online, at work, at home. Morning, noon, and night.
The team you know and trust.
New tonight, Joe Danish. The news and information you need.
Still ahead on Arizona Nightly News.
Whenever and wherever you want it. Around the clock.
Arizona's first choice across the board.
12 News.